guys, it's Alexandra. So today I'm going to be talking about my die-hard favorite high-end makeup products. Now the reason I'm doing this video is to help you guys out because I know that high-end makeup is super expensive, and I know me personally, I don't want to go into Sephora and just buy things out of nowhere and never use them and spend $50 on a foundation and end up hating it. So that is why I'm doing this video. A lot of my friends always ask me, what foundation do you recommend from Sephora? What's your favorite primer? What is stuff that is going to be worth my money? So that is exactly what I'm going to be talking about in this video. I compiled all of my favorite high-end makeup products that I would recommend to anybody and I could say is honestly worth your money. And I've repurchased all these products more than once. Literally almost everything that I'm going to be showing you I repurchased more than 2 or 3 times. I'm not even joking. So if you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below to be part of my little family. And also check the description for all of my social media networks, which are always linked down below. And I will also have all of the products that I mentioned in this video linked in the description if you want a direct link to Sephora and purchase them. So without further ado, let's get into my favorite high-end makeup products that I definitely recommend that you buy at Sephora and that are worth your money. So first I'm going to be talking about my favorite makeup setting spray, and now this has to be hands down the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. This product I've repurchased, not even joking, maybe 20 times ever since I started doing makeup. I love it. This is seriously so amazing, and the all-nighter one is my favorite. I spray it so many times if I want my makeup to stay on all day. I'll spray it before I do my makeup, right after I apply all of my liquid face makeup, and then after just to set everything. You guys could see that if you guys watch my tutorials. I use this a lot, and a lot of you guys are like, why do you do that? Well, it keeps your makeup on all day. That is why I do that. So this is definitely my favorite setting spray, and I've tried many, and this is by far the one that I always turn back to. So now moving on to primers, this is by far something that I cannot live without. I have tried out so many different primers because I personally think having a good foundation primer is so important. I've repurchased this primer so many times before, both full size and minis. Now I only have a mini size to show you guys because when I went to Sephora and I wanted to repurchase my full size, they didn't have a full size, so I just got 2 minis, and this is the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. I use this in literally every single tutorial, and it is because this is so bomb. This is my favorite one. I did try the colorful ones. They are good, but they are not as great as this one. It is seriously amazing. I recommend this for all skin types. It is so good. When you apply your foundation after, it just goes on so smoothly, and especially if you have some acne, like those little like the little acne that just kind of pop up that are not fun or cute to have, it just goes and makes them smooth. Like they just disappear. Like any little holes you may have from previous acne scarring just all gets smooth out. Like I use this even if I'm not wearing foundation, if I'm just applying concealer and powder, because this makes your skin look so smooth and flawless, and I honestly love this primer. I could definitely tell a difference if I use this primer or not, and there's not a day that goes by that I do not use this primer. So moving on to foundations, this was so hard for me to do because I'm the type of person who loves trying out new foundations, testing out high-end drugstore, all of that jazz. So I narrowed it down to 2, which was still super hard. I have more of a lightweight one to show you guys and more of a heavier foundation, and these are 2 foundations that I've repurchased more than once. I honestly love and always recommend to my friends, so that is why I decided to show you guys and talk about these 2 foundations. So the first one I have to show you is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. Now this is definitely medium to high coverage. You could build it up and make it how you want it. I love it. It covers up everything. It goes on flawlessly. It works. Honestly, it's just an amazing foundation. I'm wearing it right now and I love what this does. It literally makes your skin super flawless, and it looks like you have no acne, everything like that. It covers what you want covered. I don't have to ever really go back with a concealer and, you know, cover up any redness or pimples or anything that I may have. I basically just use concealer to highlight when I use this, and this is definitely, oh, I really didn't notice this said medium to full coverage foundation. Well, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. medium to full coverage foundation. Now, if you want a foundation that still covers everything but isn't as heavy as the Too Faced one, because as I said, that one is medium to full coverage, this one is more light to medium coverage. You could definitely build it up. This is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. Again, another amazing one. What I usually do is I mix the Too Faced Born This Way foundation with this foundation, and I love what it does. It makes like my perfect foundation. I love it. But this one is definitely a little bit lighter in coverage, but you can build it up. So this is more if you just want your skin to look super nice and dewy, and that is what it does. I'm not a big fan of dewy foundation, so when I first heard that this is like a luminous foundation, I was thinking automatically it was going to be super dewy, and that's not what I like. I like super matte foundations, but it doesn't. It gives you the right amount of dewiness, if that makes sense. It doesn't make you look like you're an oil pan or anything like that. This is just a great foundation. So definitely if you want more of a light to medium coverage foundation, I would recommend this one, and medium to full coverage, the Too Faced Born This Way. But amazing two foundations. Amazing. Now, concealer. Everybody loves this concealer, and I'm one of those people who love this concealer for highlighting, for covering pimples, everything. And this is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. For a second, I literally forgot what this concealer, like, what the name of it was. I can't believe it. I don't know what it is about it, but it is just so good. It is seriously so good. Love it, hands down. Best concealer. Definitely recommend this concealer, and it really lasts you a long time when you think about it. I think I have to repurchase mine soon because I'm running out, but it's lasted me like a month, and I use it like every single day. Now, of course, you gotta set all of that liquid face makeup, so what I use is the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. This powder, I love it. I use it to bake my face. I use it to set all of my foundation and concealer, and it just gets the job done. I love it. When you bake your face, there's so many translucent powders that I have used that leave such a white cast, and I don't like that. When you take pictures, you don't have a white cast. I don't know. This is so bomb. Like, literally, it makes my makeup stay on all day. I don't have to worry about reapplying powder throughout the day like 300 times. Definitely after like 8 or 9 hours. Come on, if I'm like sweating or whatever the case is, of course I'm going to have to, but like usually I don't really touch up my powder, and it is because of this and also my Urban Decay All Nighter makeup setting spray. So moving on to bronzers. My favorite bronzer of all time has to be the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. First of all, not only does it smell so bomb, like it literally smells so bomb. I don't think you guys understand how bomb this smells. It smells so good. It smells so amazing. It is an awesome bronzer. I don't like bronzers that are too orange tone or too gray tone. I know that there are powders that tend to make you look like you're literally a pumpkin, or that you look like you're dirty, and I don't like that, and this is awesome. I always recommend this bronzer to everybody. It is really nice. I have the medium/deep matte bronzer, and it's also matte. If you want shimmery bronzers, I don't know which one to recommend to you. I'm not the girl to go to with shimmery bronzers because I do not like shimmery bronzers at all. I really like matte bronzers, so this is the best bronzer that I think I've ever tried. Now, I do want to recommend the Anastasia Contour Kit, the powder one. So I love this so much. I have the, I'm not sure what color this is, guys. I'm really not sure. They have like 2 different colors of this, but this is the one I have. I think it's the lighter one. I think so. I'm pretty positive it is. So it comes with a banana shade, 2 like highlighter shades, and 3 contour shades. Now, I love this palette so much. I use it in so many tutorials. I repurchased this banana powder like twice. Now, what I do is I usually take the Chocolate Soleil bronzer to really like, you know, contour with like a bigger brush, and then to really define it and give it more shape, I go into this palette and mix these 2 shades right here. Now, if you just use this one alone to contour, it is going to make it look like you're dirty. I know, and this one's going to make you look too orange. So I mix these 2, and I use a more smaller defined like contour brush and really get into the hollows of my cheeks to kind of carve them out even more. But this is a great palette, and I know many people like it. It also works with so many different skin tones, as I said, which is great. Now, blush. Okay. If you could stop this video and know what blush I'm gonna say, you're literally the real MVP, because I use this blush in every single freaking tutorial, and it's literally almost out. And this is the MAC powder blush in crisp whites, and it is a satin, and it is the most beautiful blush that I've ever used in my entire life. It is an orangey kind of peachy shade, and it has just the right amount of shimmer. It's not overwhelming like you're applying highlighter to your cheekbones. It is just a great blush. Oh my gosh, I cannot talk about this enough. Like this is my baby right here. This is my baby. Now onto highlighters. I would recommend getting the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit. So they have 4 now, I think, but this is personally my favorite one, and it is the That Glow one. So I think this one is awesome for people who are light to medium toned skin. Again, as you can see, I have hit pan on this one. I love these two right here. These two I like to use more in the summertime, but I still like my highlighter to look a little bit more yellow tone, if that makes sense. So I usually go in with this one and then apply a little bit of the yellow one over top of that, and it gives me the perfect highlighter, and I really love this palette. I would recommend getting one of the glow kits. You could go and test out whichever one you like, and because it is worth your money and you get 4 different highlighters, so it's not like you just get one for $45 and you're stuck with one. You get 4 different highlighters, which is great. The next highlighter I have to recommend to you guys is Jaclyn Hill's beautiful highlighter, Champagne Pop. Now I have the single like pan one, but I still never fixed it. It is so cracked. Like, do you guys see that? That's really sad. So I'm going to show it to you guys from this palette that she made. It is Jaclyn Hill's palette that she made with like Becca. So I'm recommending to you guys the highlighter. It is a beautiful highlighter. It is right here. Everybody talks about it, and it is honestly like the most perfect highlighter I've ever used in my entire life. I use it all the time. It's seriously... Thank you, Jaclyn. Thank you to the queen. Thank you for making this amazing highlighter. Moving on to the brows. And now I use these 2 products all the time. And the first thing I have to recommend to you guys for eyebrows is the Anastasia Brow Wiz. This I literally just ran out of mine. I'm in the shade Taupe, and this is awesome to fill in your eyebrows. I actually just kind of shape them with it and then fill them in any sparse areas. And then I like to go over that with my Benefit Give Me Brow, which I just give me. It's not give me, it's give me brow. Now, I just recently discovered this like a month and a half ago. A little bit more. It's been like 2-3 months, and I love it. I don't know where I've been on this planet, but I love it. I love it so much. I like having full brows, and yes, my eyebrows are naturally this dark. So many people are like, do you dye them or anything? Like, no, my eyebrows are literally naturally this dark. So I love my brows. I love them. I love them being super full. Using like a color brow gel, it just fills in any other sparse areas that you may have, and it makes them so much more fuller and defined, which I really like. So as for eyeshadow primer, I would recommend the MAC Paint Pots. My favorite shade is Painterly. I love it. It's just the color of my skin. It just covers up all of my little veins that you have in your eyes, and it's just a great eyeshadow primer. It does what an eyeshadow primer should do, so I definitely recommend the MAC Paint Pots. You could get a shimmery one or not. I just like the one that is the most basic, because then it makes your eyeshadows go on the color that they actually are. No. Okay, I'm really going crazy. I need some water. Hydration. As much as I love trying out new high-end foundations, I need to have literally every single palette that possibly comes out in Sephora. I'm not even joking. Like, I have way too many palettes, but like, I love them. I love them so much. So I decided to pick my top 3 that I always use so much and that are very versatile. So these are like my current favorites in the last, I'll say like year and a half. Now, I obviously have so many that I love, but these are 3 that I definitely recommend that are very versatile, and you have so many different shades. So yeah, the first one I have to recommend to you guys is the Lorac Pro 2. I love this one. I have 1, 2, 3, and the Lorac, the big ones, but I feel like the 2 is my favorite out of all of them. Again, it depends on the type of person you are. I'm just showing you guys my favorite 3. So again, with palettes, it kind of goes down to the type of person you are. Whether you like more shimmery, more mattes, more darks, more nudes, you kind of have to go to Sephora and pick out a palette that you think is going to work for you on an everyday basis. So these are just my favorite 3 that I would recommend to anybody. So I love this palette so much because you have your mattes, you have your shimmers, you have your brow bone color, you have your transition colors, you have everything in this palette, and that's the reason I love it and why it's so dirty. If you're looking for more of an everyday palette, if you're just in high school and don't really like shimmers, I would recommend the Tartelette palette, the original one. I love the second one as well, but this is basically just all mattes. Again, you have your transition, your highlight shades, just everything. So if you're more of a matte person, I would recommend this palette. Now the Tartelette 2, which I should have got out as well, but I didn't. Another great palette. Now the Tarte, it's not two, it's called In the Bloom, what am I saying, is another great palette, but it has shimmers, more warm tones, mattes, all that stuff. But if you're not a shimmery girl at all, this is the palette for you. Then the last palette I have to recommend to you guys, now I don't know if this is technically high-end, I would say it is. It is Laura Lee's Violet Voss palette. Oh my gosh. This palette is probably my favorite palette at the moment, I'm not going to lie. I love it so much. You have everything. You have your everyday shades, you have your shimmers, you have your brow bone transition shades, your more out of this world shade. Like, this palette is perfect. If I were to make a palette, I think this is how it would look like. I'm not even joking. Like, Laura Lee and me, like, in our brains, like, she doesn't even know who I am, but like, we were like, all right, this is the palette she's going to create. Because I swear, if I were to make a palette, it would, this is it. You have everything you need. You have all your beautiful oranges and transition colors, which I love my orange and brown transition colors. Oh, let me tell you, you have all your beautiful shimmers, you have your highlights, you have the fun colors in here, you have the dark mattes to, you know, darken up the crease. Like, this palette, oh my gosh, if you can still get your hands on this, I'm not sure if you can. Definitely try to. I'm going to link it down below if you can, but if you can't, try to look on like Amazon or eBay, because everybody needs this palette in their life, and I don't see a lot of people talking about this palette, but it deserves so much hype. Like, this palette's awesome, and I used it in a tutorial as well, so I'll have it linked down below. I used it for my Get Ready New York City Night Out video, so I'll link that video down below if you guys want to see the colors and stuff I used. But this is such an amazing palette. So many looks could be done with this, and like, if you need one palette, this is probably it. Now, for eyeliner, I love this Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. I had a full size, I lost it, it just like disappeared off my desk. It was probably the little pumpkin ghost, but I have a mini one. I found a mini one to show you guys, but I love it. It is just black, and it is the perfect little applicator, and it just makes such a beautiful wing. It's just so easy to use, and I really like it. Now, for mascara, I didn't want to recommend to you guys a mascara if I'm not 100% with it. I've tried a lot of good high-end mascaras, but they're really not worth $20, $30 to be completely honest with you. The only thing that I would recommend spending your money on is the Urban Decay Subversion Lash Primer. Oh my gosh, I use this every single day. It makes your eyelashes super long. Right now I'm not wearing any falsies, and the reason why my eyelashes are so long is because of this lash primer. So I love this lash primer. So many of my friends use it, so many of my family members use it, and it is amazing. There are good mascaras out there that I could recommend to you guys, but I didn't want to just recommend to you guys good things. I wanted to recommend to you guys great things, because you could go to the drugstore and buy like the L'Oreal Telescopic, which I live by, literally live by. That's $9, and it's going to do better than any high-end mascara that I've tried. I can't do a whole video on like my favorite drugstore products that I would recommend, because I know there's so many, it could be very overwhelming as well, so definitely let me know if you guys would want to see that video. Now, moving on to like lip products, I have quite a few, because it depends on the type of person you are with lip products, so I wanted to give a variety of things. So the first thing I would recommend are MAC lip products in general. Their lip liners and their lipsticks. Now again, this goes down to the type of person you are, what shade you like, what shade you don't. I wanted to do a video all about like my top 20 MAC lipsticks and tell you guys my favorite like purples, oranges, reds, all that stuff. But I don't know if you guys would want to see it. Let me know down below if you guys would be interested in doing that video, because I love MAC lipsticks and lip liners. They're so bomb. So I decided to show you guys my favorite two for now. So my favorite lip liner would have to be Spice. I'm wearing it right now. It is just awesome. This is another dupe for like a Kylie shade. And then I have a Rosy Rim, which is a lighter pink shade. So for those beautiful nudes and stuff like that. And two of my favorite lipsticks from there that I've been wearing recently more is Angel, which is a favorite, Kim Kardashian's favorite. Everybody knows about Angel. And then Lovelorn, which is a little bit more of a darker pink and more of a bubblegum pink, but it is really, really pretty. But now I'm gonna classify this as high-end because they are not cheap. The Kylie lip kits and her glosses, honestly, you guys, I did a whole video the first time I got them, and I love them. I really, really genuinely do. I do think they're so good. Their formula is so good. It doesn't make your lips dry. These are seriously such amazing lip products. So I wanted to show you guys my favorite two matte colors and my favorite gloss color, because I'm not a big fan of glosses, but this gloss, girl, bomb. So I have literally every single shade, and these are my favorites that I've been using. So again, depends on the type of person you are and what shade you want. But my two two favorite is Exposed, which is like a really pretty nude, and Candy K, which is like the perfect pink color, especially for like my skin tone. It is stunning. So these two are awesome. And as for gloss, it is so cute, literally so cute. And I'm not a big fan of glosses, as I said before, but this gloss and the formulation of this gloss is amazing. It is not too sticky, and that is what I like about it. You're not gonna have your lips like the whole time. So this is a really, really amazing lip gloss. And usually to So Cute, I would just use the Exposed lip gloss. So the last thing I have to recommend is a beauty tool, and this is an amazing thing that I love using, and they are beauty blenders. I love them so much. As you can tell right now, I have 4. These 2 are like for baking, this one's for concealer, this one's for foundation, but I love them so much. I would definitely recommend them. I've repurchased these like 25 times. Not even joking to you guys, but they just make any cream makeup, so concealer, foundation, if you're contouring, just apply on so nicely and looks super duper smooth. So definitely this is a beauty tool that I feel like everybody should have, because I love beauty blenders and I couldn't forget about them because I love them so much. So that is it for my favorite high-end makeup products that I would recommend to you guys that are definitely worth your money. Make sure you check the description because I will have all of the products linked to the Sephora page if you just want to buy them, check them out, read reviews from other people, all that jazz. And as well as in the description will be my social media networks, because they're always linked down below, and you guys should definitely follow me on there so you guys could stay updated when I'm not posting and not on here. You guys will always be the first to know if you follow me on social media. So make sure you also click the subscribe button if you guys aren't subscribed already to join my little fam. And I really do hope you guys enjoyed and found this video helpful. Let me know if you guys want a drugstore one as well, because I would be glad to do that for you guys. So I love you guys all so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!